Hello, everybody. We are live. Did the schedule thing again, second time. It's 2 for 2. It keeps working. Got a few on here. Let me see if, there we go. I got to pull up the chat window so I can see it here on my computer. There we are. I'm going to clean off my camera lens there a little bit. Apologize for this. It looked clean before. There we go. That's better. Gets hazy. Welcome to a surprise Brews and Blades. Was not expecting to do this tonight. Just thought, hey, what the hell? And yeah, and also I didn't get to doing this week. I was going to do it on Saturday, and I was feeling a bit under the weather. Had a nasty cold, so I thought I'd do it tonight. And hey, we have the super chat thing open, and I get paid on by Google the day after tomorrow. So today's the last day anybody can pay me and have me actually get paid this month. So yeah, not gonna lie, did it partially because of that, but I do have a lot of cool knives to talk about. Definitely a whole lot of cool stuff. Yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff coming in. So some unique stuff, two in particular that are very unique that I want to talk about. And you guys been freaking about the 8015, all that kind of stuff. The beer of the night is I did not go to the beer store or anything, didn't go to get anything because I wasn't planning on doing this. So this is what I had in the fridge, Three Heads, the kind. I know I do a lot of Three Heads brewing beer, but they are awesome. Local Rochester brewery. This is by far their most popular beer. It's a very hoppy IPA. Use my Weeha bottle opener. Best knife tools that there are. So pop that open. Get started with the beer. I love this bottle opener. It's so cool. This is technically, I guess, one of their big screwdriver handles. But yeah, that cold steel is a brute. Yeah, but look at it next to this is a Max Ace Goliath. We'll talk about this more in a minute. It makes the 8015 look small. it's a big sucker. What's the knife in the middle? This is an HEA Designs Hunter front flipper. This is not mine, unfortunately. This is a loaner from what is his channel name? I liked him mostly because of the channel name, and now I have to remember what it was. I just lost it out of my head. And yeah, it's a loaner from another YouTuber, new guy. Very good channel though. We're gonna look on my internets here and find it because I feel so bad that I don't remember it. Hunter, see if I can find it. Oh, I'm Your Huckleberry. That is his channel name. I really liked that because I like that line from Tombstone. I'm Your Huckleberry. So, oh, thanks, Zach Stuff. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm Your Huckleberry loaned this to me. Go check out his channel. It is really cool. He's got a lot of cool stuff. I'm going to loan him my Kapara back in exchange. But yeah, these are still available. It's a front flipper. It's pretty neat. This is not the color I would choose, but there are approximately a gazillion. Unfortunately, the one that I want, the carbon fiber, is the one that's gone. So, yeah, I'm going to have to decide between. They make a gray, kind of grayish, bluish. They call it ice gray, and then a black. And I'll probably get the black. But they do it in a blue and a whole bunch of others. Maybe I'll get the blue. I don't know. But I just got this today, and I've been flipping around playing with it this afternoon. It's pretty neat. I've been pretty busy today, so I haven't had a chance to play with it as much as I wanted to. But it is pretty cool. One thing that I like about it that I didn't like about it visually is I was kind of unsure about this this little swedgy thing in the back. I thought it was just kind of for looksies. But this is a little 3-inch blade, so pretty small handle. And it does, look how it fits right in your palm like that. It's actually a pretty genius thing. Maybe other knives do it and I just haven't seen one yet, but it actually does help it stay in your hand a lot better. And I really like it. Great action on it. Getting that drop shutty for this thin and small of a blade is pretty impressive. And the front flipper is every bit as good as my Boost Smoke. So yeah, it probably is nice for reverse grip. I never tried it. Oh yeah, it's great for that. Yep, your thumb rests right on it. I never do reverse grip. Yeah, the frame rate I know is low. That's the way that I'm not the only one having that problem lately. It's not me. I know Shabazz did a live show the other night and it was bad. And I saw that Jimmy Slash had one. It's not connection. It's a YouTube thing. People are getting pretty bad frame rates lately, and I don't know what's going on with that. So I hope they get it fixed. That's honestly part of the other reason why I didn't do another live one this weekend, because I was hoping they'd figure it out. But a lot of us are getting really low frame rates lately. Yeah, I know Shabaz's was even worse than this. I think this is actually isn't as bad as his was, and I know Jimmy Slash had moments of the low frame rate, but as long as the audio works and I can see your chats, it's still worth doing. So, what I else want to talk about? Yeah, this big beast up here. This is the Max Ace Goliath, and it is extremely appropriately named. It is just huge. Am I getting blasted with snow? Nope. Actually, this is one time that the snowstorm is going to miss us. We're not supposed to get anything. I can't believe it. Normally, Rochester always gets hammered if there's a snowstorm on the East Coast, but we're not. We're supposed to be okay. Happy about that. This is the Max Ace Goliath. I just want to start out by saying this costs $100. Okay? Titanium linery framey lock thing. These titanium bolsters up front, really nicely done. G10, nice titanium pocket clip. Bowler K110 steel, which is basically Bowler's equivalent to D2 is basically what I read, but I think it's a bit more stain resistant. Comes in this really nice case and everything. And the action on it is just silly good. And they're $100 from White Mountain Knives. And they come in a whole bunch of different colors. This basically, White Mountain Knives has been so good to me. One of the reasons why I'm reviewing this, I just said, hey, you tell me what you want me to review next, because you guys have been so good to me. And I said, what about one of those big Max Ace things, because hardly anybody else carries these? And he was like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. So cut me a really good deal on it, and I got it into review. And it's not a keeper because it's just too big for me, but if it was 3/4 this size, holy hell, I'd keep it. It's so nice. Let's look at that gold and stuff, but it's just too big for me to carry. It's actually illegal everywhere in New York because it's just a bit over 4 inches. So, hey, Kiefer, good to see you. But yeah, no, it's lagging. It's YouTube. It's not me. It's everybody's having that problem lately on live streams, it seems. So at least all the knife guys seem to be. Maybe we're getting persecuted. I know that Shabazz had lag the other night, and Jimmy Slash did too. So don't know what to tell you on that. But yeah, hopefully it'll clear up. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But yeah, I didn't go down to change the yeah, just knock the resolution down and you'll be fine. But yeah, this is an awesome knife for $100. These things are amazing. If you like giant knives, this thing is really cool. I like it so much that, and I showed it to a friend of mine, and he ordered the Eruso Zong, and I'm gonna try that out before it goes to him. So I'm gonna have another Max Ace coming up, and I may get the Zong also if I like it as much as I think I will. It just looks awesome. Balls! Only one, Steve. Only one, but this is cool. I do want to thank you guys so much for just clicking the hell out of my AD15 little first impressions. That actually, I think, I haven't gone back and looked, but I think for 24 hours it had 2,200 views, which is, I think the most I've ever had in 24 hours on a review. So that was pretty impressive. You guys really like this AD15, and you know what? So do I. And I have to say, I figured something out about it. I did take it apart the other night and put it back together. I was making fun of Jimmy Slash because he did a disassembly video today, which go and check it out. I wish he'd have done that before I took mine apart because it was very sweary until I figured out how to take it apart and put it together. If you watch his, it's actually super easy. And it was super easy once I figured it out. But a couple of people were complaining about theirs being stiff and the lock bar being stiff. And something that I should have realized when I just did the first impressions, mine was fine out of the box. It was completely fine. But yeah, there's two pivots. You have to adjust this pivot also, not just that one. You have to adjust this one. So if you're just adjusting this to try and make the action better, yeah, you got to play with this one too. It's both. So, and also in the the review, I didn't even think about the fact that, yeah, you can open it like that. I didn't do that at all in the review. I don't know why I didn't. I had been during the day and I just forgot to ever show that in the review. But yeah, it's a really cool, fun knife to play with, and it's just freaking ridiculous, and I like that about it. This is one that's going to stay around for a long time. It may not stay looking like that. I like it enough that I think I am actually going to dye the scales, and I don't know if I can figure out anything to do about that tan. I probably can't. I may even just dye the scales brown. Even just brown would be okay, but I just really hate OD green. It's just not my thing. Oh, here's another great knife that's really impressed me. This is one that actually Steve Kluver ordered through White Mountain and then said, hey, send it to Brian first so he can check it out. And my impression after playing with it for an afternoon was, hey, I sent him an email and said, hey, Steve, I ordered you another one. I'm keeping this one. So this is the DEF CON Jungle Knife Barracuda. Jungle Knife is just one of the lines of them. They're USA design, made in China. I think it's DEF CON USA or defcontactical.com. I think it's defconusa.com. This is kind of their mid-range line. D2 steel, but titanium frame lock, titanium pocket clip, and look at all the details on this. It's got little standoffs in the pocket clip and everything. And holy cow. And I don't think it looks much like a Kaiser Slut in person. I don't think it does. I used to have an SLT. It doesn't remind me of that at all in person, other than maybe the hole in the thing. Was it the Slut that had that? I don't remember. But the action on this thing is insane. Hey, Banner247, how you doing? But, oh, yeah. Basically, I told Steve that I would buy him a new one because I'm like, I got this and I thought I like this so much I have to take it apart and I have to have one. So I said, I'm taking it apart. I'll buy you a new one. So I'm having a new one sent to him instead. But it's awesome. And again, it comes in a really cool packaging and everything. This old DEF CON surrender nothing. Whatever. I'm not too hot about that. But yeah, it comes with tools and all this extra hardware. Nice little cloth. And this is 60 bucks. I think it's 60 bucks. It's not expensive at all. It's just fantastic. It's really awesome. Just a great user beater that does not look or feel like a user beater at all. I'm really liking it. Oh, a lot of people showing up. Cool. I'm glad you guys showed up on a last minute thing. And then I have these Parsons Blade Works scales on a Benchmade bug out. This is not mine. It came this way. I didn't modify mine, but I do really like these scales. These are pretty slick. You can find them on Instagram, Parsons Blade Works or Parsons Blade Works on Instagram. He does scales for a couple different Benchmades, I believe, not just the bug out. Maybe it's just the bug out, but these sunburst patterns. They come in a bunch of different patterns, some different finishes. This is really slick. He did indicate that he's going to start offering more rough finishes, but they look great. And it doesn't add much weight at all. I think it added a ½ an ounce, something like that. They're aluminum, if you are from the mother country. And the tolerances are excellent. I mean, it doesn't feel any different than my actual bug out. In a minute here, I'll pull out I'll get it right here. I got it. I think I have it. Yeah. We'll compare it to a normal bug out. Yeah. So it does look prettier. I assume he got some gray thumb studs or silver thumb studs somewhere, or took them off another Benchmade. But yeah, action's exactly the same. Hasn't changed that at all. Pretty neat, and they're not bad. I think they're it has a backspacer on it too, a custom backspacer. I want to say it's they're like 75 bucks, and I think the backspacer is a bit more. Can't remember. What else do I want to talk about? Well, I already did a video on this today, but the Spidey Chef, my dilemma knife. Am I going to buy one or am I not? I don't know. I kind of need money to buy one. I can't justify it, I don't think. It's not... There's been so many videos of it out. It's not like it's going to be, some people like to look at or anything, but I really want one. I do really like it. My first impression was, meh, whatever. blade's weird, don't care. And then I used it for a couple days, and I'm like, I don't mind this blade shape at all. It's actually kind of handy and some stuff. I love cutting cardboard with this thing. It's great. And I do a lot of that. That is something I do a lot in my my quote unquote day job, and it is a great cardboard slicer, and it is very comfortable, and it's so nice to carry. I don't know. The only thing is the only thing that about it is it's so nice to carry that I keep forgetting that it's in my pocket all the time, and then I leave that, like I left the house today thinking it was in my pocket and it wasn't. So I had somebody email or message me today about maybe they have a brand new one and they'll do a trade, and I'm going to try and figure out if I have anything they'd want to trade for. If I can do a trade for it, I'll probably get it, but if I can't, I probably won't, honestly. It's just not. And I have to get a smock for you guys, and I'm not thinking I'm going to love it. Maybe I'll be wrong. I thought that about the Capara too, so yeah, Blue Collar Survival. I work in the bike industry, so I review bicycles. So I'm often reboxing bicycles and stuff. So I'm cutting giant, cardboard boxes to rebox bikes. So that's about a twice weekly occurrence, where I have to go out and cut about 7 or 8 feet of cardboard to build these giant boxes to ship stuff back. So I've gotten very good at building boxes, though. If you ever want me to build you a fort, I'm your man. If you want to build me a 7-year-old's fort, I'm your man. You should see the forts I made my kids when they were little. I was awesome at it. Yes, I concur. BP69, the smock is hideous. But I know you guys are going to want to see it, so I'm not going to pay retail for one. I am waiting until it comes to my distributor. The only one that's coming out from Spyderco that I'm so eager to get, because the distributors I go through, White Mountain Knives and another one, they take a minute to get stuff. So I'm going to pay retail for a pair of 3 lightweight, because I know you guys want it so badly. For my bike videos on YouTube, I don't do YouTube for bike stuff. It's all written. It's all words on. It's recumbent bikes, those weird bikes. Scale manufacturer is Parsons Blade Works. You can find him on Instagram, and I think he has links to his Etsy page and stuff on there. But look for Parsons Blade Works. Common spelling, as you'd expect. Another thing Parsons Blade Works makes, which is awesome, which I have here, and you're just going to have to take my word for, is he makes phosphor bronze washers for the Pilar, and that's cool. I didn't flick out very well that time, but I did replace them, and they work great. It centered up perfectly. Everything's perfectly fine on it, and it is definitely, when I don't have a camera stand in my way, a bit flickier than it was on the Teflon, and I'm really liking them. I think they're pretty cool. I was going to put them on my D2 Pilar, but I had not taken my D2 Pilar apart yet, and can't do it. It's freaking Loctited to hell, so I can't get it apart. Thanks, CRKT. Appreciate that. So, and I discovered that my soldering iron is burned out, so I got to get a new soldering iron so I can warm these up before both of these are just stuck as hell, and I don't want to strip them. Pivot came apart great. I guess I could do it, integral style, but I don't want to. That's very sweary, so I got to get. But anywho, he makes those too, and also he loaned me the Spidey Chef, which I'm tempted by. I tried the boiling water, and I tried the heat gun. I tried the everything. The soldering iron always works. So that's why. What's your opinion on the Riot Jack? I never got one because it's just too big for me. I know I wouldn't keep it, and I can't get it. I want a Capara so bad, but none of them are in stock. How's S30V holding up? Yeah, I'm still loving it. S30V's holding up great. Yeah, it's been awesome. Yeah, no, blow dryer's not doing it on it. I tried that. I let it sit in front of the blow dryer for half an hour last night in high, and it just isn't going through. What would you get, the Homefront or a Boker Strike or a Boker Kalashnikov? I don't know what the Boker Strike is. The Homefront doesn't interest me. The Kalashnikov, I think that's kind of a knife that, even though I'm not allowed to carry automatics in my area. They're so cheap. Everybody has to own a Boker Kalashnikov. They're so much fun. Just get one. They're a blast. They sell them at like every knife shop around here, but you're not allowed to legally carry it. You can carry it for hunting or whatever. Can you show your buck 110? I don't have a buck 110. My son does, and he is out of town and has it with him. I sold my buck 110. He has the S30V G10 one. What's the DEF CON again? It is the Barracuda. I think they on White Mountain Knives they have it listed as the JK Barracuda. Jungle Knife is like one of their lines. So DEF CON is the brand. Jungle Knife. Like how Boker does. Boker Plus, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like that. This is kind of their middle of the road line, but it's pretty great. I'll have a review of this out this week. It blew me away. $60. It's a really nice knife. Let me look at some questions here. I should get a buck 110 auto. I can't carry autos, so I don't buy autos. Just picked up an 0609. I love the 0609. I did sell mine because I like the 0470 just a bit more. And as I said in my video today, explaining when I was whining about whether or not I should get... oh, thanks, Kiefer. Oh, yeah, and by the way, it reminds me, the Super Chat is open if everyone's kicking a few bucks. I sold the 0609 because, yeah, I can't keep everything. I got to finance other stuff, so... Does the DEF CON really weigh half a pound? No, this DEF CON weighs squat. Maybe one of their models weighs half a pound. This thing weighs... let's see. Yeah, 4.16. DEF CON's light as hell. Well, not light as hell, but pretty light. This sucker, the Max Ace, weighs a lot. I don't think it weighs half a pound, but it's close to it. 7.72. Yeah, this is a big sucker. But it's a pocket sword par excellence. It's pretty neat. If this, like I said, if this was 3/4 the size, it'd probably be one of my favorite knives that I reviewed this year. Spyderco Manix 2 S110V best knife around 150. It's not really. You can't. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. It's in the conversation. For sure. I like the Manix a lot. The Max Ace is a pig, but you know what? It isn't. It is big and it's heavy, but man, you get it in your hand and it's so comfortable and it's so nice to use and the action is just amazing. Oh, it's just. It isn't. What's the Kapara cost? I think it was 188, something like that. I really like it. The DEF CON is giving me tea. I don't know what that means. Oh, thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. I was gonna start Genlock tonight. We can't get back into all these another anime or cartoon discussion. Somebody said Genlock is an anime. I said it wasn't anime, but it's close to it. Yeah, check out Genlock though; it's pretty awesome. They swear in it even. Tucson vibes. I don't know, maybe a little bit, yeah. But I really like it, and they sell them at White Mountain and a couple other places too. So I mean, I know it's like a legit company because legit distributor, legit knife sites are selling them. So yeah. Hey, I recognize that bug. Oh, hey, it's the guy from Parsons Blade Works himself. W. Peter 24. I just figured out that's who you were. So, Jason W. Peter is Jason Browse in real life. Is that who that is? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I don't know if that's a joke or that's real. I don't know his real name. I just know him as Parsons Blade Works. I thought you were kidding. Jesus Christ, man, you threw me off. I'm so gullible tonight. Will, yeah. Thanks, Will, for messing me up with this Spidey Chef and making me wonder if I need to get one or not. I really appreciate that. That you've confused me about my next knife. Love them scales. Yeah, these are awesome. I'm gonna have to get these. But you know what? I do like my bug out so much in its stock form that I would have to get another bug out and do this to it, because I think when you put these scales on it, you'll see more when it changes the personality enough that I don't think I would do it to my bug, like the really lightweight grippy aspect of my bug out, but I could totally see myself getting another bug out just to do this on. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about getting the green, because I have an REI dividend coming up in March, and if I get one of those $20 off coupons that they put out every now and then, I could basically get a bug out for free. So I'm thinking about getting the green one with the gray wash blade and the gold studs, and then getting gray, similar to this, but gray and not as shiny. Think about doing that. So, yeah. Yes, more bug outs. You're the king of more bug outs. You have so many of them. Yeah, if you like bug outs, go to Zach Stuff's channel. He is the almighty king of bug outs, which is not a bad thing. Beer break. What else have I been carrying a lot? What day is it today? The 19th. I guess we're still a long ways off for my most carried of the month videos. That, man, I don't know why you guys love those videos so much. I think just because it shows a bunch of knives and people think it's cool. But yeah, if you haven't checked out Zach Stuff's channel, definitely check it out. He's becoming one of my favorites. Us big Benchmade fans needs to stick together on YouTube, I think, sometimes. Blue Collar Survival. Zach has an awesome channel. Yes, does. And check out Blue Collar Survival too. He's a lot of fun. He's a lot of fun. Why did I say that? Sounds like I'm a middle-aged housewife trying to. That's neat. No, but I do like Blue Collar Survival's channel too. I also check it out. Kiefer, I would get a Super Freak. I think Kiefer has a Super Freak. Zach is basically the Benchmade authority. Yeah, you get the Benchmade hookups, man. I guess you live like right down the street from him or something. I'm kind of jealous. Speaking of the Super Freak, still got mine. This is, I'm just going to start switching some stuff out. I'm going to pull out some stuff that's in my, so I have this little wooden tray that I keep next to my desk. So it usually contains the stuff that I've been carrying the most lately. Oh, what do we have in here that's fun? I'm going to leave the 80-15 on because you guys are obsessed with that thing. And you know, I didn't do a size comparison between it and the, yeah, we're going to do that here in a moment. And the 0562. We'll put the DEFCON away. Will is here, so we're going to leave his bug out because it would be insulting to put it away. I honestly thought you had one, Kiefer. I thought I saw something on Instagram or something that you said you had it. In between Dividend M390 posts, I thought you said you had one. But yeah, I want to do a little size comparison between these two because I said that the 0562 tie was the biggest knife I would carry every day, like to the gram and to the millimeter. And yeah, this is bigger. I felt it was, but you know, I have been carrying this last couple days. It is fun just to have around because it's so unique. But there are definitely situations where I would not carry this. The 0562 tie, even though it's a beast, it's kind of a classy looking beast. So yeah, how much do you think your knife collection is worth? Oh, I have no idea. I buy and sell stuff so fast that I honestly don't keep track. What's the weight on the tie? I know it's less than the carbon fiber one is because they hollowed it out so much. I'll have to look. Is that visible on the camera? I think it's probably now 5.4. So not heavy at all. Yeah, they milled it out so much that it's lighter. I mean, it's ridiculously milled out. If you take one of these apart, I mean, it's basically a titanium infrastructure, and the titanium in the voids is like paper thin. Yeah, they did an amazing job milling it out. It's really good. I think that's and just the noise that it makes. That milling and the noise that it makes are the reasons that I love it so much. Oh, that sound. How does the 0562 tie compare to XM18 3.5 inch quality size? I'd never had a 3.5 inch. I had the 3 inch. I think that it's. I think that there is an undefinable aspect of the actual hinderer that they do feel maybe just a bit nicer. just in a few milling aspects, but I mean it's minuscule. I think the action on the ZTs, even when you're going against the new tri-way pivot, I think the ZTs are just as good, and they're just so much cheaper. It's just the intangibles are the only things that I think make that might make me get another hinderer. I do want another real hinderer. It's just one of those things that whenever I buy a knife over $300 or so, I never keep it for long. Do you have any knives you will be in your permanent collection? If so, how many? Nothing in my collection is permanent. I'm not that guy. I'm just not. I would, if I wasn't a YouTuber, then yes. But being a YouTuber, like I said in that video I did about the Spidey Chef and debating whether I wanted to buy it, I always have to think about the channel. So that's what I do. Bring out the Skaha 2. I don't have one. I'm waiting. I'm supposed to be getting that email later this month, or well, I guess it's already pretty late. They said late February to mid-March is when I'm supposed to get my email to when I can order one. So we will see. But I will definitely get one, the carbon fiber one. Yeah, I know Metal Complex. He has a lot of really nice hinderers, XM18s, and he got a 0562 tie to actually carry. And he said it's really close. Brian, any customs you're attracted to or specific designers whose work connects to you? Koenig stuff. I'd really like a custom Koenig Arius, like one of the full-on custom ones, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Again, I just have to keep buying stuff for the channel. So I honestly do, and this isn't me like, putting myself up like a martyr. I skip a lot of stuff that I want to get stuff for you guys. So not just for you guys, but for the channel. You know what I mean? To help the channel grow, to put stuff out. I'm not buying stuff, like it's not like I'm still keeping it. I still like it. I'm not being weird, but you know what I mean. My buying decisions are based a lot more on the channel and than they are on my personal chase. See you later, BP. And I think guys like Dr. Funky do so much better job than than I would ever do with the custom stuff. That I think if I got into it, it would be yeah. Blue collar sort of constant buy sell. That's all we ever do. I'm like a undercover knife is what I feel like half the time. I go to post office like every freaking 3 or 4 days. I'll flick it open this way because it makes a better sound than when you pull this back. Somebody asked to hear the 8015 again. Wacka. Which one do you think sounds better? Let's do a sound off. So we'll close them both. This is the 8015 versus the ZT0562. You guys choose. Which one do you think sounds better? Because I know the video rate sucks, but the sound's still good. AFES made me mad when I got out of the Air Force. That's a long story, though. But they were great to go buy stuff from. Exact stuff you're supposed to sell. Yeah, you got to sell to keep. You got to feed the beast. You got to keep getting more knives to review. Yeah, I think the ZT sounds better too. I will say the 8015 does have more of a thwack feel, but and let's do here. To be fair, I'll open the 8015 the other way. You can just pull the bar back, which I didn't do. Yeah, it doesn't sound as good at all doing that. But they both sound good. They both have that racking the shotgun feel, as somebody just said he owes me 3 nickel. I said he's going to charge a nickel every time you say this knife sounds like racking a shotgun. 8015 looks like a fish. What kind of fish are you eating? You know, these crazy like fish from the like the depths, like from the what's that trench that starts with an M? Oh, this would have been so much better if I remember the reference. Oh, my AFE story. I got out and they claimed I never paid off my credit card before I got out, and I absolutely totally Marianas Trench, yeah. I totally paid it off. They wouldn't have let me get out if I hadn't have paid it off, and I did, and they said I didn't, and I wound up having to pay it off again. So I wound up paying them $2,500 twice. So I was not happy. Do I still have my Gent? Yep, it's right here. Do I still carry it? I guess the answer would be yes, because it's right here around where I have all the stuff that I carry all the time. It's not even in the case. So yeah, I love the Gent. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that did suck a lot. I wound up having to pay the Air Force a lot of money. And then I also had, at the same time, I did get out of this one, but I was the ComSec manager for my office, which means nothing to you if you're not an Air Force person. Somebody lost a piece of equipment, and they tried to blame it on me. And I did an inventory when I left. It was all there. He lost it. And they were trying to charge me $7,000 to replace this piece of equipment like I would have taken it. I was so annoyed. And I went back and forth, and I called. I got taken care of. I didn't wind up having to pay for that. They wound up blaming him for it. Almost cost my dad a tank for shoplifting knives in the 4th grade. BX was off limits. A rank. I was at a tank. I thought maybe he was a tank commander and they threw him off. No, I was already out of the Air Force. I paid $2,500 to get out of the Air Force. I had to pay you when you leave the military. You have to settle all your everything. Like you can't owe AFES any money. And I had an AFES credit card that I needed to pay off before I got out, which I knew. I knew that was going to happen. So I paid it off. And then about a month later, they sent me, I started getting collection notices that I hadn't paid them off. And they went to a collection agency without even sending me another notification. And I had the bill, showed them I paid it, didn't care. And they still just made me pay it. So I had to get this collection agency off my back. I think the collection agency settled for like, it wasn't $2,500. It was less than that. It was like $1,800 or something like that. But yeah, it was ridiculous. Parsons Blade Works. Hey, you changed your name. Look at that. Any other Marins here? I assume you mean Marines. You guys have never been good at spelling. I'm sorry, you set yourself up for that. That was an easy joke. You just threw it right out there, Sean, and I just had to knock that out of the park. My brother was a Marine. Yeah, he liked the Marines. I didn't. I joined the Air Force because it's safe and we don't shoot at people. That was I actually do a joke about that. When everybody asks, "Were you in the military?" I say, "Sort of." I was in the Air Force. I never said they were bright, just faithful. They are bright in their many ways to murder you. They have their skills. I was gonna Spider Coast Subver. I know people saying no, I don't have one, and I'm not going to have one unless someone loans me one. That is way beyond my my wheelhouse, and it's also one that I would anyway, but it's not legal to carry anywhere in New York State because it's over 4 inches long. Well, I'm glad you got over that, Chad. That's good. Air Force saves the ground force's asses. I didn't. Oh, you removed it. I didn't. I kind of did, I guess. I sat in a bunker. I was command and control, which sounds very fancy. And it was sometimes, but yeah, we kind of just sat in a bunker and coordinated and ran shit, if that makes any sense. I couldn't fly because this is such a stupid thing. I had a pilot's license when I went in the Air Force. But I couldn't fly because my femur is too long. Because if I was in an F-16 or an F-15 and I ejected, it would cut my knees off. So couldn't fly fighters. So I didn't go in. I should have gone into flying transports. I'd probably still be in, but I didn't. I went to command and control instead. Yeah, when you go to be a pilot, they do all kinds of measurements. It's ridiculous. A custom omen. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, just don't eject. Yeah, that's what I said. I said I'll just never get shot down. Just fly the C-130. Yeah, I mean, once I got into it in command and control, like I worked in a transport wing for a bit, and man, they had some really cool stuff. Fanatic Edge. Oh man, I still don't know what that is. But yeah, I'll take a look at it and let you know. I know how to find you. Chad Lampe, problem solved. Yeah, just won't eject. But no, it was, yeah, it was weird. And you know what? I did get in an F-16 one time, and they were right. I was really cramped in it. I'm only 5'11", but I have freakishly long legs. And I did sit in an F-16 a couple times, and it was really hard to get in and out. I don't trust helicopters, Sean Choi. They frighten me. I've flown in everything you can fly in except for I've never been in a blimp. But helicopters, that I don't trust helicopters because if the engine quits, they just fall out of the sky. I don't like that. Don't like it. I'd have simplified to bone was too long. That's cool. Yeah, the Harrier has a very nice, generous cockpit. They actually recommended that I switch to the Marines and fly Harriers, but I was like, I don't want to be a Marine. And I hadn't gone to college yet either. I was going to have to go into the ROTC and go through all that. I just went in. I was just enlisted when I went in. I just decided to enlist and go enlisted. Your pant size 32, 42, 30, 32, 36. So yeah, close. But it doesn't even matter like the length of your legs. It's like individual bones. So A10 fits big guys. No, A10's even smaller. Again, it doesn't matter like your size. It just matters that just that bone was too long. That's what she said. Yeah, I know they're getting rid of the Harriers. It's too bad, and replacing it with that F-35 piece of shit. Sometimes it's 34. I have one pair of pants that's 32, but usually it's 36. I know they have two engines, but still, it's just they scare me. I don't know why. I had to ride in a lot of helicopters in the military, and they always frighten me. I've never been up. What's odd, I was in the Air Force for 9 years. I've never been up in a United States Air Force plane. I've been up in a whole bunch of other countries because I worked for NATO for a long time, but all right, I'm back in this conversation. Interesting, staying up to get this done. All right, we can start talking about my military history now. What other knives do we want to talk about? What else I've been carrying a whole lot lately? Here, we're going to do a little action comparison between this awesome HEA Designs Hunter front flipper and the Brews Blades Smoke front flipper. You know what? I can't say, as much as I love the smoke, I can't say it's better than this. And oh, why not? I also have the Real Steel Metamorph, which I can't say is better. All three of these are just awesome front flippers. Oh, gosh. That didn't happen. I didn't put a scratch on it. Will. I swear the guy who made these scales is in the chat. So I didn't scratch it. I didn't scratch anything. Yeah, I do really like front flippers. I know they're pointless. Everybody's going to say they're pointless. Never fly antiques. Yeah, I used to fly a lot of old airplanes. My dad was in the EAA, so I've flown a lot of old airplanes. I think probably my first time I ever flew a tail dragger, it was a Stearman, which is a big old plane. But it was fun. Protex Mordax, somebody mentioned. Yes, still have it. Really do like it. Have you seen the new CRKT Karambit? I have seen it, and I have wiped it from my mind. I have no interest in that thing. I just don't like Karambits. It looks neat, but just not into it. Favorite Spyderco Slicey? At the moment, I mean, it changes. They come out with so much cool stuff. At the moment, it's probably still the Capara. I mean, that's the one I'm carrying the most lately, for sure. It's probably this or the, the Sage 5. One of those two. Flip a coin on any given day. But, yeah, one of those two. Trying to catch up on stuff. You got one of the carbon ones. I didn't know the carbon one was coming. I was the only person that didn't know the carbon one was coming, and I bought this frantically the first minute they were available, and then like the next, what was it, like 2 days later, the carbon ones were out, and I was like, oh. But you know what, I do like that. I think that I know a couple people have both, and they said this makes a more satisfying sound, so I'm all right with it. A little heavier, but does make a cool sound, so that's all right. Metamorph, if you're remotely interested in front flippers, yeah, just buy a Metamorph. They're not terribly expensive, and the action on them is just ridiculous. It's so good, and it will. There are no worries. You know, it's not a big investment to go. Oh, I hate it. I think they're what, $70 or something like that, and just they're so cool. They run roller bearings, and yeah, real steels, the real deals. Put the Capara away and put this back out. Still liking the steel wheel lantern, and so are you guys, according to the views. Still really like this knife a lot. It's been great. I've used this a fair bit, and actually my son carried it the other day. Even though it's set up for right hand, he still wanted to borrow it. I think he likes the full Vader. So, I'm not sure about that 01 blade steel. What are we talking about? Have I considered adding some like skateboard gym? No, I'm not going to add anything to the Capara for the jimping. It's fine the way it is. I have no issues with that. Yeah, Real Steel makes some great beaters. Or some, they just make good knives, period. I mean, 14C28N they use in everything, and they do such a good job with it. It's a great steel. I mean, I really like it. I like it at least as much as VG10 or anything like that. I mean, almost S30V. Like, it's just, I love it. It's so easy to sharpen. Holds an edge a perfectly satisfactory amount of time. You're lusting after a Capara, but a SOCOM probably beat it out. So you want that's a weird back and forth. That's like I was considering buying a Volkswagen Golf, but instead I bought a Ram diesel pickup. Just size-wise, I don't know why I picked those two cars. Just as what came to mind. Looking for a knife around 150. I mostly have ZTs, Spydercos, and Benchmades. Any suggestions? Around 150. Oh, what am I thinking of that's come out recently that I've gotten in? I got all this stuff in front of me. I mean, this is a bit more, but if you like Benchmades, the Super Freak is great. It's a bit more than 150. Oh, the Ritter. If you can get a Ritter RSK whenever they come out, the Hogue, the one. But this is always going to be available. Really like this a lot. And it's a little more than 150, but not a ton. We Practic, also very, very good knife. Really, really good knife. Don't they use 12C20M for some stuff? I don't remember anything they've used that on. Maybe for some of it that I'm just not aware of, but everything I've ever reviewed from them was 12C28. Wouldn't surprise me if they did, because it's the same steel company. So Honey Badger is pretty awesome. I do like that. Oh yeah, the Mass Drop Keen. I have one of those right here. That's also in my box of stuff that I carry all the time. I've been carrying this a whole lot. This is, spoiler alert, this is going to be in my most carried for the month. Almost made it last month, and maybe it did. I don't remember, but it's going to be this month. I love the Keen. It's such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful knife. Honey Badger, bearings, yep. But that was great. We Practic is no longer, I don't think it's no longer available like it's no longer available. I think it's just not currently available. Unless the, the Streak was pretty similar to it. Maybe they discontinued it. That's the hard thing I'm having with guys with Wii and Civivi is it's just, I can't keep up. I just can't keep up. And I admit, I do have one in the way. I think it's going to be here tomorrow or the next day in the mail. The Statara, you guys all asked me to review it, but I wasn't going to because I just kind of have, I kind of had Civivi fatigue. So when that one came out, I was just like, oh, the Practic's gone for good. I kind of like that better than the Streak. Not by much, but yeah. Yeah, I have the Para 3 ordered on 2 different channels, or 2 different places, and whichever one gets it first, then I'll cancel the other one. But I did pre-order it 2 different places. So how do you feel about the switch to the S30V and the Benchmade? I think it's a good choice. I'm going to probably get one at some point. Unless now I'm tempted to get another bug out, but either one of my REI Dividend comes in, I'm either going to get another bug out so I can put scales like this on it, or this one isn't mine, or get a S30V grip Yeah, I heard the Cetera makes a nice sound. The black one came back in stock at my distributor, so I was like, oh, fine. Can't keep up with Kaiser's. The Kaisers aren't nearly the same prolificness as we is. That's really my only problem with we is just, guys, slow the hell down. What's the next Spyderco Sprint Run exclusives that you guys are looking forward to? I mean, I don't even have this is kind of a crap thing to say because I don't even have the first one yet, but I've never owned a Maximet knife. And because you know it's when they do the Para 3 and Maximet, I'm going to be all over that sucker. I don't care what they charge for it. Yeah, we've been continuing a few models. Yeah, they just don't continue everything. It's weird. I can't keep up. I'm just going to get a Barlow. That is kind of what I sound like, honestly. But it is just, it's just insane. I just can't keep up. And sometimes I feel like I'm doing a Wii review every other week for a while. And I just took a break. I'm not mad at the company or anything like that. I've actually gotten emails, people saying, "What? I heard that you're mad at Wii." Where'd you hear that I'm mad at Wii? I just kind of took a break because I was constantly reviewing Wii and Civivi and whatever. It wasn't a long break. I think my last Civivi review was like less than a month ago maybe. And I'm going to have another one later this week. So, Banter, the lion sex expert. Are you? Oh, we makes knives like lions having sex, 35 dramatic seconds, then nothing, then 400 times per day. I'll take your word for it. The David Attenborough of the knife world. Oh, look! They're boning again for the 345th time of the day. That's my David Attenborough impression. How do you guys like that? I'm quite proud of it. It's the first time I ever tried it. I've never tried a David Attenborough before. I'm quite happy with that. Oh! Jeff Richards, a very funny comedian, does a good David Attenborough, and that's actually probably my impression of Jeff Richards' impression of Sir Attenborough. Oh, they had a Maximet Para 3. It's just yeah, but I want to see the Para 3 lightweight Maximet. Yeah, I listen to Knife Nuts sometimes. I listen to it when I'm driving long distances. I'm not having to drive long distances as much anymore, though. My podcast is coming back. I was actually supposed to record something with Mr. Elijah Isham this week, but I was sick, so I'm going to try to get him this week. You want to see the Para 3 in anything? LC 200N would be a dream. Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't think they're going to do that on the lightweight one, though. Because when they do the LC 200N, they want it to be completely like rusty proofy, and well, I guess maybe they do the other one. What's the podcast? The Slicey Dicey podcast. There's still a channel up for it. It's linked to my thing down below. We did a few with me and Zelric and Stas23, and our schedules just never worked out, so we kind of quit doing it. But the channel's still up. I'm probably not going to use that channel anymore, though. I think I'm just going to put them on here because I'm all about this one now. So I want to see how they do on BD1 and steel. I've heard it's good steel, but who knows? Yeah, I don't know. BD1 versus M390. I think M390 is probably. I don't think they're even trying to say that it's like M390 levels because it's only $91. I hate radio and listen to a lot of podcasts. You know what? Today I turned on my radio for the first time in a long time. I was driving and I was listening to an audiobook and I was kind of bored of it. And I flipped on NPR. I hadn't turned on. Yes, I listened to NPR. Deal with it. But yeah, I flipped it on. I didn't use the radio in my car in a year, maybe. I'm usually just listening to loud, annoying rap music on my phone or Queen or audiobooks. If the BD1N is at least as good as D2, I'll be happy. Yeah, it may be. I'm sure it's going to be at least that good. And I've heard it. I've heard it's really good. So I've never had any experience with it. NPR, National Public Radio. Radio all day. Well, you're one of the 5 people keeping it going, man. But I understand you're stuck in a truck all day long. I imagine I'd probably listen to the radio too. CRKT Caligo, is that just a statement or a question? It's a nice knife. Sports talk radio, that's what I listened to when I used to have to drive around all day. all things considered, unsubscribing. Actually, I was listening to Morning Edition. So, you know what I like about Morning Edition is they actually do just get, even if you're not with their mindset, they do get through the news so much faster than everybody else. And that's, I got up really early. I had to go run some errands immediately. And I didn't have a chance to check the news. And NPR just gets through it really, really quick. Saturday morning NPR is the best. It's what I used to listen to it like Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me and all those. Oh, yeah, that was great. And I liked Prairie Home Companion during the days of Garrison Keillor. I don't care that much for the new guy, but I actually went to a live show of Prairie Home Companion. That old bastard stayed on stage for 2.5 hours. Never left the stage. He was 72 at the time, I do believe. And just awesome. Just awesome. Yeah, and Keillor got screwed. I'm not going to get into it on here. I'm mostly with the Me Too people, at least 70% of the time, but Garrison Keillor got boned. That was awful. Awful what happened to him. NPR equals a good nap for me no matter. Yeah, it is a sleepy, calm thing, but yeah. Sometimes I listen to Slicey while driving. Well, thank you. I do. You know, the weirdest compliment I ever got was that, oh yeah, Click and Clack. God rest Clack. Isn't he the one who died? I don't remember which one died, but I know one of them died. But you know, the weirdest compliment I ever got was somebody said, I can't go to sleep without listening to you. Which that was the strangest thing I've ever heard. I think that's a compliment. I don't know. Yeah, Car Talk was amazing. Car Talk was just the best. How do you do comedy in such a PC world? Yeah. One of them died 3 or 4 years ago. Anything you're hearing from Car Talk is really old. Really old. No, one of them died, no, it was 4 years ago, I think, isn't it? I think it's about 4 years ago. How do you do comedy in such a PC world? It's not that bad. It really isn't. Some of the local open mics around here have gotten ridiculous because they're run by young millennials. But I have seniority. I've been around a long time. I can still say what I want and nobody gets mad. But I'm not a really dirty comic anyway. I get really dark, but I don't do dirty. I really have no issues. I haven't had a problem with it at all. Some of my friends have, and it's ridiculous. But I'm not a you can say anything guy at all. I don't believe that. I don't believe you can say anything, but you can say more than people are currently letting you get away with, I think. Especially if you're in a comedy club. It depends on the setting. If you're doing a corporate gig, yeah, you got to be clean, you got to be quiet. But you're not quiet. You can't say bad stuff. But if you're in a comedy club, yeah, you can still get away with whatever the hell you want. I mean, look at Bob Saget still working. He's coming here this weekend. And he's the filthiest comic that has ever lived. And he's still working and doing great. Sold out we had to add an extra show. Do you ever wish I could carry autos? Absolutely. Every day. I would love to have a really nice OTF. I really, really would. I would like to have a, how can you see my comedy? If you look for, just search for Brian Ball stand-up. Don't look at the old ones, because there was somebody recording me without my consent when I first started comedy, and one of the first ones that comes up is me doing comedy at like some bike rally, and it freaking sucks. But there's a recent one. If you look up, there's one that says like June 2018 or something. That was pretty good. It's like a 15-minute set. Yeah, but yes, if I moved to Oklahoma, I could carry anything I wanted, but then I'd have to live in Oklahoma. Andrew Dice Clay was horrible. He was not a great comic, but he's a very nice guy. I've met Dice a few times. Dice is a really nice guy. I really like Dice. And believe it or not, has all his money. I've looked up SD stand-up, can confirm quality. That's good, yeah. But yeah, Dice is a cool dude. He said back in Iraq, it was prettier than Oklahoma. That's not nice. Slicey Dicey. Oh, yeah. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, it took me a minute to get there. Old Dennis Leary. Dennis Leary stole most of his stuff, it turns out. I didn't know that either. I loved Dennis Leary when I was a kid, but now that I'm in the business, I know, yeah, Dennis Leary stole almost everything. Sorry, beer break. Just wonder how much you'd sell your Mordex for. I can't. It is a prototype, and I am not allowed to sell it. So that was kind of the deal. Yeah, I mean, I can review them, I guess, but I can't even like leave the house with them. So, and actually, you know, like Hogue has said they'd send them to me if it's just for review, because they're allowed to ship them to New York. But you know, as long as it's for review purposes. So they said they'd send me some autos, and I'm just like, yeah, but then I'm just going to be upset about it. But I am actually going to. I can say this now. I'm going to Blade HQ at the end of March because I'm going there for a bike thing, and then I'm going to drive down to Blade HQ. I'm going to record some videos with the Blade HQ guys. And one of my suggestions was, show me some autos since I can't have them in my state. Catch me up on what's cool in autos. So that might be a video that's on Blade HQ. So looking forward to that. No, yeah, I've been through Utah a lot. No, I guess I have. You know, I did spend a night in Utah, yeah. But it's not. I wouldn't call like I've been there. I don't feel like I've been there. But I know Salt Lake City's beautiful. I'm excited. The place I'm going for the bike thing is like the northern suburb of Salt Lake City, and Blade HQ is like southern suburb of Salt Lake City. So I think it's a 40-minute drive. Yeah, Utah is very, very pretty. I met a Mormon once. I just imagine that. I don't know what your voice sounds like, but the way you just interjected into a conversation about Utah saying, I met a Mormon once, that's just funny. Oh, wow, Steve-O. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes, the super chat is open. If anybody wants to click on that. Today's my last day before they start paying me. Get out of New York before you get taxed to walk. I assume that's what you meant. No, it's not that bad. It really isn't. I am in an argument with the New York State Tax Authority at the moment too, and it's they're actually being super cool about it. Actually, I'm very happy with the New York State Tax Authority right now. They thought something that I got for review was mine and it was income, and they're being super chill about it, and I'm actually quite happy with them at the moment. Yeah, that will help a lot getting towards the Spidey stuff. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if I get like another like, you know, 40, 50 bucks, it'd make it a really easy decision. I have to wait to get paid. Yeah, they only pay you once a month, the Google thing. So anything that comes through here, you get paid once a month. So I think it's like the 20th. It just depends for every person. It depends on the day you signed up for it. So I think my last day to accumulate payments is the 20th, and then on the 21st I get paid. You have a ton of New Yorkers moving to Florida. I lived in Florida. I will not be one of those. I will not be going back there. And thanks again, Steve-O. I really appreciate that. You're not the Steve-O, are you? Because if you are, I know you. But I lived on the Panhandle. I was not happy with Florida, and I've spent a lot of time in the regular Florida too. I go down there for business a lot. It's just not my thing. It's hotter than hell, and sand. I don't like sand. It's coarse. I like things that are soft. I hope that people will get that reference and don't think I'm just being a weirdo. You're from Florida, but you'll never go back. Yeah, you learned your lesson. Yes, the Lanner is freaking superb. I do really like it. I like the Piercer a lot too, but this and the Piercer, wow! They're knocking shit out of the park, man. It's they're both just great freaking knives. And it's their two last things, so, and they're just awesome. Did I just hit a bong? No, it's a vape. It's a nicotine. It does sound like it because this one's gurgling because I cracked the tank. It was a Star Wars reference. It's from Episode 2, the worst Star Wars movie ever made. I don't like sand. I like things that are soft. It does sound like a bong, you're right. I mean, so I've been told. I've had a bong noise described to me. Yeah, it's gurgling like crazy. I'm gonna switch to my other one. That's got some issues. Oh, and it's leaking on my hand. Luckily, I ordered a new tank for it. I dropped it too many times, and I think I broke it. There we go. Does that sound more like the Aspire 2? It's a very good one. There we go. Daddy needs his nicotine. This show's going long, but God, we still got 61 people watching. Why not? Let's just keep going. Don't mind bongs. I'm totally out of that scene now. Is the regular 0562 ZT worth getting since they're real cheap right now? Sam Brown, I almost bought one, and I have the 0562 tie. And those are, oh, thanks, Sean Choi. Oh, you lost a vape Orion, you love it. Yeah, or we got a lost vape Orion. I gotta see what that is. I didn't check that one out. I have the 0562 tie, and I still almost bought the regular 0562 ZT because they're so damn cheap. I thought, I love this so much, and it would be such a beater. Like, at that price, it's almost beater prices. And I was like, oh, man, I'm really thinking about it. Nope, not done yet. We're going to go for a little bit. And we'll go for another, how about another 20 minutes? We'll end at 9:30. I should probably, like, say hi to my wife and stuff at some point this evening. Although we did have dinner together, so that was good. Switch some stuff around here. Keep things interesting. Oh, what else do we got down here? I think I've already had everything out that I had out to have out. So what else do I have within reach? Oh, here. We have the Dow. We've got 2 mass drop knives together. Oh, and 3. We got to put 1 away because we can't have 3 out. People already accuse me of being a shill for mass drop, which I am not. But anything that I do get from them, if it is something I don't pay for, I'm not allowed to sell it. So I can't call it that. Can't say that I'm a shill for that because it gains me nothing other than some views. So. Shill. Yeah. You know what? You got to get stuff. And I think all my reviews speak for themselves. I don't think I've ever given anyone a 100% positive review. Yeah, shill for mass drop because they keep making amazing knives that are great. Yeah, they just keep making good stuff. I think I have one more coming from them. Did you order a quiet carry yet? No, I didn't. Honestly, right now, that's a company I have to pay retail for, and I'm not buying much stuff that I have to pay retail for. If I can't get it through my distributor, just financially right now, I have to lower my risks. So, because when I buy through my distributor, I can buy it, and even if I know I'm not going to like it, but I know you guys are interested in a review of it, I can get it and then just flip it and sell it, and it's fine. But when I have to pay full boat, that means I have to really want to keep it. But the quiet carry is, I have not held one, but I've listened to Stasa rant about it on the phone so many times, I probably have to get one. And this is another one that I'd have to pay retail for, and I might. It's pretty freaking sweet. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it's pretty darn nice. I would not get this orange G10. It's HEA Designs Hunter. If it didn't, you guys are just new to the thing. But yeah, you gonna sell that 8015? Nah, I think that's one I want to hold on to for quite a while. Honestly, I had a Recon 1, and I thought I owned 2, and I sold it and realized I didn't. So this is my big tactical crazy cold steel that I want to keep around now. It's my Recon 1 replacement, I guess, in a way. But if they come out with other colors, I'll sell it and get the other color. Yeah, I don't want to Endura. I really want the Super Gold Delica. It's the only Delica I've ever wanted, but I didn't get it. So, what's up with the color grap? I don't know what. I think that's a typo. I don't know what that means from that. Have you had a chance to check out the Hinder Ranch Bowie yet? You know what? Somebody pointed out, and I think they are right. I don't have the box here. I put it away in the box of boxes. Somebody else pointed out that it's on the box they said, I think it's just the lighting. I think it is green on the box. And you know what? I have to agree with them. I think if you hold that box in a really bright light, I think it is this color. It's just so horribly lit that it looks black and gray. I think it is this color. I think they might be right about that. So, but still, yet, I'm annoyed. I don't get why knife companies, if you just do only one color, black or gray. If you're only going to do one, just do black or gray. I don't get doing weird. I mean, this isn't that weird of a color. I know a lot of people like OD green. I know that's probably like the third most popular knife color, but it's not my thing. I just think if you're only going to do one, doing that. So, have I ever sanded DLC coatings off knives? No, I have not. Unintentionally. I've removed a lot of them just from use, but yeah, I just don't like green. I think is OD green I prefer to like green, but oh, I almost cut myself on this knife again just right now. This is so freaking sharp. You have to be really, really careful with cold steels because I cut my thumb, just saying, hey, is it sharp? Like a dumbass, like I said in the video. This I cut on something else the other day. It was a knife, but I don't remember what it was. And then last night I was taking this apart to put it back together and stuff, and I got myself again on it. So, oh, thank you very much for the, oh, that's the same one. Never mind, the same one, the $20 one. It popped up again like somebody just gave me another 20 bucks. But yes, the super chat is open. If you guys want to kick in a few shekels, it's always really nice. They should have done tan or black. Yeah, tan I like fine. Stung by the scorpion lock? No, none of it was to do with the lock. It was stupidity. The one on my thumb, I literally just said, is it sharp? And I touched it like a moron. And then this one was, I was taking it apart, and as I was taking it apart, I just hit myself. And I didn't even know that I did. The thing is so sharp, I didn't even know I cut myself. And I'm working on it, and there's blood all over the knife. And I was like, oh, shit, I guess I cut myself. Did not realize that I even had. Now, the scorpion lock is pretty hard to get yourself on, because you can't, if you want to open it one-handed, you can't get your fingers in the way. I don't think you could, because you need basically 3 fingers to do it. So, yeah, I don't think you could. Green equals cool. Okay. What are you, a vegan? I don't know why I said that. I have no problem with vegans. My wife and my daughter is a vegetarian, or are vegetarians. Getting back to the lantern, do you have any plans on getting the larger one in OD green? I again, like I said, I don't like green, but I don't think that's gonna be the only color of it. I would like to try the larger one. You love the green barrel spacers on the 940-2 and the Techno 2. Oh. Disgusting. You disgust me, Libya. I wonder if the sizes are that much different. I know it's half an inch. It's a lot. You know, it's a pretty significant difference in the blade length. Except the cult of color pops. I don't mind color pops anymore. I'm getting past that, but not green. Not green. No, not green. I would like, you know, blue I think is always a good choice. Red, always good, like this. Like this is, talk about a pop of color. I don't know what steel will does when they anodize their shit, but holy crap. They're blue and they're this red. You can hear it from across the room. You can hear it? That's the noise it makes. You can hear it. It's, yeah, I don't know what they do, but yeah, I don't mind pops of color, but not green. Green is such a polarizing color. I don't think we should start a poll. I don't think many people say their favorite color is green. Yeah, their blue is loud. It's even brighter than that red. It really is. And the orange on the Modus too is very bright. You're right. I forgot about that blue collar. Yeah, I only saw one of those once. I never owned. I had the other one, but yeah, they're very, very bright. All right, about to put this order in and want to try a Spyderco's cheap because I only have more expensive. Any good Spyderco's under 50. Buy a Bird Raven 2. Don't buy cheap Spyderco's. Buy the Bird Raven 2. If you want a good cheap Spyderco, don't buy a Spyderco, buy a Bird Raven 2, which is a Spyderco sub brand. And the Bird Raven 2 is great. Actually, I have one here. I'm going to do consumer advice and actually pull it out here. Because I do own one, and I do like it. It might be slightly more than 50, but I think it's like 52 or something like that. Oh, that's not it. That's the Cara 2. I thought I had the right one. This is excellent television. The host off camera flipping out Spidey packs. There we go. Oh, now I'm sweaty. Yeah, get one of these. This is the Bird Raven 2. I freaking love the Bird Raven 2. It's really, really good. It's really nice. The Tenacious, $34. Yeah, I don't know where you're getting that. That's you're getting a good deal. But the Tenacious is, I think this is way better than the Tenacious. It's got better steel. You're getting BD1 instead of 8CR wah wah, and I think the ergonomics are better. I think it's just an all-around much better knife. I love the Raven too. My first Spyderco was a Tenacious. I did it too, but don't miss it one little bit. Actually, gave it away to a friend. Jesus, that lanyard hole. Yeah, it is. It's still a Spyderco. It still has a giant, stupid lanyard hole. That's their. That should be on the front of their building. Spyderco, great knives with giant, stupid lanyard holes. Don't know why I chose that accent. I don't think any of the Glessers sound like that. Your 8010 should be here tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to get one, definitely for sure, but I'm going to wait until I can get one at wholesale. I don't want to shell out for one right now. Spyderco, woo lanyards. Yeah, the Bird Raven 2 kicks the absolute shit out of the Tenacious. You speaketh the truth, Super Steel Steve. Thanks, Sean Choi. Oh, they said the Super Gold's coming very soon, but I think it's the Endura. I don't think it's the Delica. Oh, it's shipping soon. I didn't get on the thing, so I'm not going to get one. Currently crushing a Trogs Mad Elf. Ooh, Mad Elf. I had some bad times with the Trogs Mad Elf. We got snowed in one day, and I lived 2 doors down from a really nice like craft beer bar, and we went down and they had it on tap, and we sat there in 3 feet of snow, slamming Mad Elf for like 2 hours, and oh, I have never had a worse hangover in the middle of the day. But Mustang fanboy, do a Scottish. You want me to do a Scottish accent? We used to do at the old bike shop I used to work at. We would declare some days we'd come in and say, okay, it's Sean Connery Day, and you were only allowed to talk like Sean Connery the entire time. So that is the only Scottish accent I do well is Sean Connery. But we would say things like, oh, did you want to buy a bicycle, lassie? Like, no matter what happened in the store, you had to keep speaking as if you were Sean Connery for the entire day. And it was a lot of fun. But that's the only one that I've got. I don't do a good Scottish. I do a really good Irish. It's not Scottish, it's crap! Suck it, Trebek! I do a really good Irish, but I don't do the Scottish. And I am more, I'm 50-50 Scottish-Irish, but I identify as Scottish because that's my last name, and that's my dad's side. So if people ask me, I say Scottish, but I'm actually 50-50, right down the middle. A genetically engineered alcoholic, as they would describe it. That's how you make one in a lab. This is this blue bug out, or my blue bug out? This is the one with Will's scales on it. Oh yeah, Scotch. This The Irish do like a bit of the drink every now and then. Irish is one accent I'll do sometimes. I'm a weirdo when I have to go to Europe for work. Sometimes I'll just pretend to be Irish all day, and it makes me laugh. And nobody's ever called me out on it. You probably talked about Lanners so far. I'm loving it. It's a really nice knife. I said this in the piercer, like their last two knives are just freaking awesome. They're freaking great. It's Steel Will has not come out with a whole lot in the last year, but these two are awesome. Those aluminum scales, yeah, they're Parsons Blade Works. He was on here a minute ago. I don't know if he still is or not, but go check him out. And they're not terribly expensive. I want to say they're $75, and then it has the backspacer too. Only added like half an ounce maybe. Are you getting your hands on the Spyderco Smock? Yes, probably. I'm not super excited about it, but yeah, I know you guys are going to want to see it. I was excited about it, and now it just took so long that I got angry at it. so we'll see. I know other people have said that it's great, but we'll see when I get it. But yeah, it's preventing me from buying a Spidey Chef. So can I use tonight as a valid excuse to call out tomorrow? Absolutely. You can email me and I will. I'll write you a note. My handwriting's horrible. They'll assume I'm a doctor. $75 is not bad at all for custom scales. Honestly, they're usually like $100. $75 is actually, and these are really freaking nice. They're as nice as any I've ever seen. They're actually really super cheap, and he's not here anymore, so I'm not saying it just because of that, but they're actually really freaking nice. You really want to do some food prep? I don't know. Oh, I just like the Spidey Chef. It's just really nice to carry. Like I said, when it showed up the first day I had it, I wasn't into it, and then I carried it for a couple days, and I'm like, God, I really like it. Yeah, the Bird Raven 2 is super underrated. I did a video about it. Go back and look where I talked about how the first Spyderco I ever bought was a Tenacious, and this is what I should have bought. And at the store when I bought it, the guy handed me this and told me I needed this, and I bought the Tenacious. Not only did I buy a Tenacious, I'm going to give you guys full permission to point and laugh at me, and I will take a moment of silence after this so you can do that. My first Spyderco was, it was only like my second or third really decent knife. Second decent knife was a Spyderco Tenacious, blacked out, half serrated. So feel free to point and laugh. I learned. I wound up giving it away as soon as I got some really good knives. Yeah, murdered out, totally murdered out, half serrated. Have I ever reviewed a GEC slip joint? I believe I did. I had one for a while, I know. I had a loaner. Pretty sure I did a video of it. Honestly, one of the reasons why I don't do a lot of reviews and stuff like that is those people scare me. But the traditional guys, oh my God. I watched videos of reviews of traditionals because I do like them and I do own several. Not GECs, but I do own several traditionals. But man, those guys are vicious. If you get like one little word wrong in a video, they just burn your house down with big giant words that you don't understand. It's awful. BRS Minuteman Evolve. There's a BRS that I really want, and I can't remember what it's called now. You poor stupid little thing. Is that like the equivalent of the Southern? Bless your heart. You know how to make the Kalashnikov a button lock. Oh, what, to de-auto it? No, I have no idea if that's what you mean. The Tenacious is a great knife, hands down. Just as good as the Colorado Spydercos, except the blade steel. I don't know. I don't like the Tenacious. My son has one. He likes it too. He's in your camp. He has the carbon one. That's what he wanted. I got it for him for his birthday one year, but I like the shape of it. But yeah, you said the only thing that lets it down is the blade steel, but the blade steel really lets it down when the Raven 2 exists. Um, started carrying a pair of 3 again after watching your recent videos. The Bento M390s in the rotation. Yeah, I kind of wish I'd have got one of those. I hovered over that button for a while, but you know what? Now I have the matching pair, so it all worked out in the end. And I didn't pay for the pair of 3. That was the nicest present I've ever gotten in relation to this channel. I haven't gotten many. I don't get a lot of presents like a lot of channels do, but I get a few. And yeah, somebody gave me a Crewwear pair of 3. It's right here, actually. It still has the stock clip on it because I have not carried it again since I did that video. But the next time I carry it again, I will put the deep carry clip back on it. But it's pretty nice, I have to say. I really like it. It is. I mean, I still hate all the things I hate about the pair 3. I'm still mad at the stupid clip. I still think it's hideous, but as far as pair 3 versions go, this is the one I would have wanted, I think. Although that blue N390 is really nice. I had illusions of doing steel testing, so I have like 10 different pair of 3s. I don't think you're ever going to see me doing steel testing on here because, again, like I've said from the beginning, this is not my first rodeo in the reviewing business. And hey, Stasa, how's it going? It's not my first rodeo in the reviewing business, and other people do the steel evaluations, like the steel testing, so much better than I will ever do that I'm just not going to do it. If I don't think, and I hope this doesn't sound like an arrogant, stupid thing, but if I don't think that I can at least have the potential to be better at it than everybody else, then I'm not going to do it. That's kind of how I am. We just brought you up early. Oh yeah, we were talking about you trying to get me to buy a quiet carry all the time. But look what I have, a loaner, Stasa. I got one of these too. Oh my gosh, this thing is nice. I really don't want to have to buy one. But oh, it's really nice. I know you just got one. Yeah, guys like Super Steel Steve and Pete from Cedric and Ada, all those guys, they do so much better job at steel testing than I'm ever going to do. So let them have at it. I'm not going to do that. Same when I do bike reviews. It was like, why don't you put it on a wattage meter and do all this stuff? I'm like, because the other people do it better. I'm not going to do it. All right, everybody's busting out the whiskey. This is an hour and a half in now, so I think we still got a really good bunch of people hanging out. But you know what? I need to pee, and I need to pay some attention to my wife. So I should consider dog bone reviews. I only have one dog, and she's very little. I don't think it'd be very interesting. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. And I will be back not next Sunday, maybe either next Saturday or next Monday, one or the other. Sunday nights for the next couple weeks. That's actually, next week is the last week that I won't be available on Sundays. Then we'll go back to the usual Sunday schedule. But hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've been Brian. Thanks so much for the little donations on the little super chat thing. It is going to be open for a few more minutes after we close. I think it stays open for like 2 minutes or something. Hope you guys have enjoyed this.